Drug trafficking is a complex issue that needs to be addressed in a global context. Coordinated action carried out at EU level aims to support third countries' efforts to deal with the stability and security challenges posed by drugs production and trade, strengthening capacities for cooperation and dialogue. Each year, approximately €767 billion is moved through illicit flows related to transnational organized crime, including drug trafficking. These account for about 1.5% of the global GDP. This has a devastating impact on public health and the social and economic development of affected countries. High earnings from illicit trafficking fuel cycles of violence, set perverse incentives, and corrode state institutions as well as political processes. Only trans-regional cooperation can respond to the threat posed by increasingly flexible and adaptable criminal networks. Since 2009, under the Instrument Contributing to Stability and Peace, ICSP, the European Union has committed more than €50 million across 40 countries along the cocaine routes, in Latin America, the Caribbean, and Africa. The Cocaine Route Programme, CRP, is a concerted effort by the European Union and its partners to curb transnational organized crime. It is the first of its kind to think strategically about the flows of illicit drugs to Europe and facilitate information exchange and cooperation of law enforcement and judiciary actors. The CRP has so far supported 9 individual projects that focus on 4 specific areas. The Ameripol EU project and the WAPIS project focus on enhancing police information exchange and sharing. Ameripol EU improved prosecutors and law enforcement agencies' capability to carry out complex investigations. It also strengthened cooperation, information and intelligence exchange at a regional and trans-regional level through the pilot Ameripol Information Exchange System, SIPA.
La herramienta SIPA constituye el nacimiento de las unidades Ameripol, ya que las operacionaliza por medio de un canal seguro, basado en una gestión policial altamente certificada en el intercambio de información.
The West Africa Police Information System, WAPIS, set up a regional police information system composed of national databases in 4 pilot countries, and a regional hub hosted by ECOWAS to collect, centralize and eventually share relevant information.
Le Centre national de documentation criminelle sera doté de la personnalité morale et de l'autonomie de gestion. Placé sous la tutelle fonctionnelle du ministre chargé de la sécurité et sous le contrôle juridique de celui de la justice, il constituera à cet effet l'instrument national de mise en œuvre du système d'information policière de l'Afrique de l'Ouest, CEPAO.
The GAFALAT EU and the AML-WA projects tackle money and assets laundering in the affected regions. GAFALAT EU works to enhance international cooperation by strengthening GAFALAT member states' administration, investigation and prosecution capacities to fight money laundering in the financial and non-financial sector. It helps member states overcome strategic deficiencies to reach sound levels of compliance with international requirements.
Como tantos otros programas que la Unión Europea ha desarrollado con América Latina, este en particular facilitando a un organismo como el GAFILAT en la lucha contra el lavado de dinero y la financiación del terrorismo, en poder desarrollar herramientas que han generado capacitación y que han mejorado sustancialmente básicamente las capacidades nacionales de nuestros estados en la lucha, insisto, contra el lavado de dinero y la financiación del terrorismo.
The anti-money laundering activities in West Africa project supported inter-regional and international activities in anti-money laundering in 4 West African countries with financial intelligence units and law enforcement officers. It also supported the development of a West African interagency asset recovery network. 3 projects, namely AirCop, CCOP and PRELAC, focus on the interdiction of illicit flows. The Airport Communication Project, AirCop, builds joint airport interdiction task forces, JAITFs, at selected airports in Africa, Latin America and the Caribbean. These are connected to Interpol's I-24/7 and the WCO CENTCOM systems for transmission of operational information. International operations supported through the project, like COCAIR, have led to significant seizures of drugs, cash and illicit goods. The Seaport Cooperation Project, SEACOP, aims to build maritime intelligence as well as joint maritime control units, MIU and JMCU, to detect and rummage suspected shipments in selected countries in West Africa, Latin America and the Caribbean. The project also strengthens national and regional maritime information systems. The Prevention of Diversion of Drugs Precursors in Latin America and the Caribbean, PRELAC project, assisted countries in disrupting the availability of chemical precursors used to produce illegal drugs by strengthening the capacities of national control authorities and encouraging cooperation within the private sector. The CrimJust project focuses on criminal justice cooperation and investigations. CrimJust has been designed specifically to complement the existing CRP projects with a stronger focus on criminal investigation and criminal justice cooperation, as well as enhance institutional integrity and accountability between countries in Latin America, the Caribbean, and West Africa. CrimJust enhances their capacity to effectively counter organized crime along the cocaine route. Finally, the Cocaine Route Monitoring and Support Project, CORMS, is the coordination and monitoring mechanism within the CRP. It aims to increase synergies between all the components of the CRP and to improve coordination with other relevant EU and non-EU initiatives in the fight against organized crime and drug trafficking. Throughout the 9 projects, there have been many achievements which contribute to the long-reaching effects of the CRP. Law enforcement and judiciary capacity has been enhanced by training over 9,000 participants through more than 400 training activities. These trainings have raised the capacity of beneficiary agencies, contributed to changes in legal frameworks and institutional structures, and stimulated and strengthened cooperation between partner countries. The exchange of real-time information between joint interdiction units has resulted in seizures and arrests. The CRP has also improved international law enforcement cooperation. By organizing joint operations, international trainings and exchanges, the CRP has been forging partnerships and cementing confidence and mutual trust amongst law enforcement officers across 3 continents. The CRP has hosted international conferences, organized steering committee meetings, conducted field missions and research studies, presented regional workshops, all of which has contributed greatly to knowledge generation and dissemination and built confidence in the affected regions. These results, as well as the continued effort and determination from involved countries and organizations, show the ongoing success of the Cocaine Route Program.